So they're going into geofencing the churches in these Christian communities to push ads and propaganda into the worshipers so they can see what it is, right? Trying to protect, the whole deal with Gaza, Palestine and all that, and kind of shift that attention away to drive these communities back into gaining the trust of Christian communities. So, look, welcome back to a special episode. Today here, we ran into some things, man, and you guys know, man, we've been kind of diving deep into these political views and kind of shifting a little bit away of what we used to do in the past. I feel like this is a lot more important to talk about these kind of things and see what kind of awareness we can push out there. But look, hey, my name is Ariel. We're open discussions. Here we have, of course, the good old David.
Hey, how's everybody
Master
doing
Poe.
today? Master Poe. Hey, we're back at it, switching everything up like Ariel suggested there, and I like it. Let's get right into it. And like you said, having these political discussions that are open discussions. Let's get right into it.
All right, man. Well, hey, look, we ran into, obviously everything that's been going on lately. If you keep up with politics like that, if you keep up with the news, there's a lot of things that are being pushed out there, especially with the whole deal with Israel and Palestine and all that deal, right? We've been going at it for what, 2 years has been? I think it's been since what, October 7th, 2023. Is that what it was? If my dates are right, or 2024, I'm not, again, I've been looking at this kind of stuff and I'm like, okay, it's been 2 years. Now they seized, they came to an agreement. They seized fire. They came to a deal. Gaza or Hamas released the hostages back to Israel. And then Israel released 2,000 prisoners back into Palestine, right? But it's like, it makes you kind of think like, okay, all of Palestine is completely fucked. Yeah, so it's like, all right, here you go. You can have your people back, right?
And then we'll come back to rubble.
Exactly. So one thing that we ran into, man, was there's a company called Show Faith by Works, right? And this is something that's fairly fresh. Not too many people know about it just because it hasn't made big news. And we believe that it's starting to take place on the west coast of the country, and it's almost like a trial run before they expand onto the east coast, potentially the north, all that. But really what it is, the idea is Israel itself has funded over $4 million into campaigning, basically propaganda. You can call it that, right? And to kind of put that information back into that Christian community to gain their trust again. And the idea is there's a whole link and there's documents and a file. The good thing about FARA, if you don't know about FARA, it's a government website where the foreign investments have to register themselves in there to basically say, okay, this is what we're going to invest in. And they have a whole breakdown on how they're going to invest it, right? Which is like media, the budgets, all that. And in this file, it tells you how many Christian churches there is in California, Arizona, Colorado, and Texas. Those are the 4 states that they're hitting right now. Now, in this file, it will tell you estimated church goers, the ages, and between what ages of what target they're going to be, like target audience to bring these news over to them. Now, the thing is, their strategy is, from what I read, is that they will be geofencing these churches. So any worshipers that are going to be in the church, they're going to be pushing ads to their phones, right? Like anything that anything is related to Israel and the Jewish community. And they're also going to be doing touring trailers, campaigning around the cities, basically anything that has to do with Israel, anything that has to do with Jewish community. And then they're also hiring, or they're recruiting pastors to push pro-Israel sermons, right? So it makes you kind of want to think, like, what's their true agenda here, right? Is it really that they're trying to push the word of the Jewish community here? Or is it just because they're wanting to gain that trust again to push narratives, to, control U.S. politics, to choose, how to take leverage faith or take faith into leverage so that they can dictate how they want things to move around the country, right?
So honestly, that honestly just all sounds like a big manipulation plan. That whole thing sounds like all manipulation, from their side.
Yeah,
straight manipulation
for sure, man. But it also, like, there's two ways of seeing this. Like, I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and it's like, well, would you rather have the Muslims do that, or like? And if you're watching, I know who you are, man. So it's like, again, it kind of puts two different perspectives on there. But let's run a little bit through the filing breakdown, right? Mm-hmm. So September 27th, 2025, a little notice filing appeared on the U.S. Department of Justice Foreign Agents Registration Act, which is FARA portal. The registrant, Show Faith by Works LLC, is a small consulting firm based in San Diego. Its client listed as a foreign principal was the Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The filing details a 5-month campaign valued over $4 million, targeting American Christian communities through advertising, influencer engagement, and immersive experiences. So again, they're moving into the West Coast now, because I feel like it's going to be their first trial run before they kind of put that out throughout the country. And what a better timing to do that.
Yeah, exactly. What a better time than right
better
now.
fucking time than to do that, because after everything that happened and this whole like ceasefire deal is going on, it's like, of course, they need to bring the people back into their side.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously, there's a lot more things that we'll go up on, but you can read the next
It's basically just damage controls from what I'm seeing. They're just trying to damage control everything that's bad that's happened. They're just like, let's try to fix all this so that we can just try to get these people on our side again. Because it's like we said, they theoretically, behind closed doors, from all the information I've seen, literally run the world in all kinds of facets. Because if you look into it, basically Netflix, TikTok, all these other companies are either owned or were previously owned by somebody in the Jewish or Israeli like community, somebody. So it's like, okay, how are all these people of power from the same place? It's got to be corrupt somehow. Like they said, there are all these lobbyists. Yeah, sure. All these lobbyists are just like, oh, just keep sending them money so we can keep getting what we want from them. It just sounds like it's all fabricated.
But you know what? Again, it goes back to that point. It's like, okay, if you have a company and you're full like pro-Israel and you have a great idea, you have a good vision, it's like, why wouldn't they push you to be that company and be in that level?
Of course
exactly.
They would. That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's why they went out and took out Charlie Kirk. That's the whole thing. That was the main thing.
He was very close to shifting away from Christianity. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And he was going to go straight into Catholicism. That's what a lot of people were thinking, was like, he was really starting to go away from that Protestant Christian community and start either going Orthodox or going full on Catholic.
It's because like it was everything that was going on was basically making him question his own faith. And whenever everything he came up on was faith and God and everything, and now everything he's seeing with real life and actions, he's like, well, this isn't what I remember putting all my faith into. This isn't what I signed up for. This is no longer, the Christian church, what is it called, principles that we grew up on. This is not it. And now he's seeing, I need to turn, like, it's almost everybody's like tongue in cheek to him.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it worse, is he's like, hey, I can see everything that's going on, but y'all keep gaslighting me to believe what you want me to believe, just so I can be on your side and keep pushing the agenda of pro-Israel.
Well, he was starting to ask all the right questions. And I think that's what really, like, I'm into conspiracy theories like that, but it's also like, okay, what questions were you asking, right? Were they putting you on a target and saying like, oh shit, now he's starting to step away from what we believe in, and we can't let a Republican conservative who we have very close to us go against what we're talking about here, right?
It's very contradicting.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, see, so there's something I want to add to that. So a couple of days ago, Candace Owens started dropping screenshots of text messages that were related to him talking about, oh, maybe I should just go ahead and back out from backing out Israel. And here's the thing about it, though. Some of the people were already in his camp, and then Charlie had mentioned, let me go ahead and just bring Tucker Carlson on the tour. Let me bring Candace Owens on the tour. And so since those people are very anti-Israel, they were kind of looking around and just saying, hey, boom, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. That's not a good idea. But that just goes to show you, like, that happened 48 hours before his assassination.
Oh, I ran into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he was assassinated, he actually was talking about these things.
Yeah, he was.
And what fucking coincidence, bro, that you have a trans. I mean, the whole story is that he was full on trans. You know what I'm saying? And even if you go against that, but that's the problem is now with these this community, right? The Protestant community, what they do again. Look, I'm gonna talk my shit, but Protestant churches, they are in between a Buffalo Wild Wings and a 7-Eleven. it's like, bro, like, okay, again, I'm gonna talk my shit, but look, man, a lot, I read an article today that said a lot of the youth nowadays are starting to go into church now, right? But they're not going into these Protestant churches where it's like they're listening to some guy playing a guitar and a song coming on and there's smoke everywhere and everyone's like, oh shit, wow, right? But they're starting to go into Catholicism, dude, because they want that traditional feel of 2,000 years ago. Although Catholicism has been judged and has been said that there's been a ton of corruption, but even through corruption, you still can't deny, what Catholicism actually stands for, which is, again, right? Jesus pretty much built the church. And through one of his sermons, he said, well, I'm going to build my church on your rock. And that greater church, although 2,000 years later, still standing, right? And as much as people say, okay, well, the Jewish hates the Muslim, well, essentially they hate Catholics too. Because, again, Catholicism is based out of Rome, the Vatican, right? And so... anyway, look, man, I'm just saying, like, it gets a lot deeper than what it is. We're just kind of touching on the surface level shit, but we'll get into a lot of those things, man. You want to read the next one?
Yeah, let's.
number 2.
Do you want to go ahead and start looking at some of the stuff inside of the FARA registration unit PDF file that we put up?
Yeah, you want to read number 2?
Yeah, the number 2. So FARA, a Foreign Agency Agents Registration Act, FARA, requires individuals and organizations acting under the direction of control and foreign principles to disclose their activities, budgets, materials used to influence U.S. audiences. The law's intent is transparency. It allows the public and policymakers to understand when foreign entities attempt to share public opinion or policy within the United States.
The thing about that, and I read another interesting fact, right? So all these foreign investments, all these companies, they have to share this kind of stuff with FARA, right?
They're supposed to.
But you know that there's one organization that doesn't have to, and they never have. You know what it is?
Which one is that one?
APAC.
Oh, okay. Of course it's APAC. Out of all the
APAC.
foreign agencies.
They're the only ones that don't have to report shit. So they can be doing a lot of shit in the background.
And APAC is one of the main contributors to all the politics campaigns getting ran through the United States.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Okay. Makes sense.
100%. So
it makes sense why the foreign agency that funds all these campaigns does not want to allow anybody to see where their money is getting spent. Who's it going to, and especially the amounts of money that's going to, and et cetera. It goes back to, like they were saying before with the Charlie Kirk situation. They offered him $150 million to still keep saying, just be pro-Israel. We know this goes against completely all your beliefs, but just say you're still pro-Israel. And then he didn't want to. Yeah. So that just shows you his integrity was way above the money line that they were trying to offer. You couldn't bribe him with money. And when you can't bribe somebody with money, what's your only option? You got to take them out. You got to take them. That was
make
their
it
only
seem
option.
like it's something else, right?
And then that's when it comes to, like we're saying, it's the propaganda of they want to make Americans believe that it's Democrats versus conservatives. Republicans. But it's really not that. That's why they wanted to say, oh, it's a transgender guy. He was with the transgender girl and all this stuff. They want you to believe that so it can be Democrats versus Republicans. But really, it's not that. It's America versus literally Israel and everybody else to an extent. And it's really, the way I keep seeing it is we just need to be America first. Not MAGA, not far left, or whatever it is. We just need to all come together and say America first. That's it. It's like we said. How are we sending all this amount of money to go fund this war? But we could have been using all that money for America. We literally could.
Yeah, I mean, we sent billions.
Why do we keep, putting all these money to our allies that are not even really helping us? Like, what's the point?
Well, we fight their wars. That's for sure.
But why
Right.
fight their wars, right? Why
But
fight
that's a
the
question
war?
that no one's been able to really answer. It's like, why are we fighting their wars? Why are we funding Israel to the amount that we have, right? And all these years. And when someone speaks, like John F. Kennedy, for example, he wanted to go away from the central banking system. And what happened? He got opt out.
That's also
Yeah.
not the first time that happened. Obviously, we go into a little bit of conspiracy, but they say that back then when the Titanic happened, it was the same thing. J.P. Morgan.
Oh,
With
yeah.
that same situation. The same. They wanted to go away from the central banking system, and then the Titanic ship just ends up sinking with all those other people that wanted to go against the central banking system.
Yeah.
So it's just like everything's tied back into it's all corrupt. And how much money do you got so that I can keep my mouth shut? And how much money do you got so I can do what you want me to do?
But it's crazy, man, because we talk about corruption, but corruption's everywhere, all throughout the world. Obviously, this kind of getting a little bit away from topic, but I mean, Mexico's corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like the Mexican president who's a woman, which I don't necessarily agree with that. I think we should repeal the 19th Amendment of women having to vote. I'm just gonna be real.
In America, yeah.
In America.
In America. I don't know how it is in Mexico, but in America, yeah. Hey, let's take that real bit.
No, anyway, let's go back to we'll go into that topic in a second. But
bring back the 1950s.
yeah, exactly, man. It's like, bro, what? You're gonna let emotional beings dictate how they feel one day to another and say, oh, well, yeah, I want them to be our president. That doesn't make any sense.
That's a little bit hard, bro. Yeah, it's too much
Right?
emotion. If they had a bad day, it looks like America's about to go to war. If they had a bad day, we're going to war.
All right, let's go. Let's go to number
You
three.
go to number three.
So, all right. So, who filed and why it matters? Registrant, show faith by works. Foreign principal, Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Location, 1111 6th Avenue, Suite 550, San Diego, California. Citizenship, U.S. Declared occupation, political consultant. The filing frames the work as faith-based outreach to improve perceptions of Israel among Christian communities. So again, it makes you kind of want to wonder, okay, what are they really trying to get here, right? Because, dude, I mean, why should they have to go through all this now? Especially again, the timing of everything. It's like, okay, we just made the deal with Israel and Palestine, but it's like, okay, now we got to shift that attention away to take away from what happened at Gaza and say, okay, we need that trust back. We need those, that community.
It's almost like everything we did, just sweep it under the rug and just listen to what we're telling you now.
Yeah.
It's basically almost like change the channel and just pay attention to what I got right here.
But it's because, look, man, you have a lot of Zionist Christians who still think that, the Jews are still the chosen people, right? And that was true in the Old Covenant, but it's no longer true in the New Covenant, the New Testament, right? Because even the Jews don't believe in God, who is Jesus Christ, right? And it's like they went against his word, didn't believe him, crucified him, and now they're like, okay, well, we don't believe in him. You don't even believe that he's a prophet or anything. It's just like, so at the end of the day, who they're worshiping is a false god. And who's that false god? The synagogue of Satan. So you got Satan. Now that is a whole deeper conversation.
But that's the truth, though. No, that's the truth. And it's like they said, man, when you start putting all the numbers and dates and everything together, it's like it starts to make sense. Like these things just don't happen. Yeah. They happen. They literally happen because you want them to happen. Like they said, it took them, 33 hours to come to the conclusion that who killed Charlie Kirk? 33 specific hours. It took 33 specific. Couldn't have took 20. It couldn't have took 2 days, 48. Come on now.
That's going into straight
30.
Conspiracy.
No, it is. But it's like we're saying, there's so many numbers and symbols associated with Satanism. The same way, if you believe, when you see the cross, you think of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of symbols. When you see those symbols, you're going to think of Satan. That's all that's pushed through all the Israel lobbyists. Everything is just, all their signs is just, we're Satanists.
Look up, Roger, look up the Star of...
Star David?
Star David, yeah. And look up the actual meaning of it. A lot of people haven't looked into this, but look that up. and
Bro, I'm so ignorant. I only like the Star David because it was the Star David because it had the same name as me, bro.
that makes sense.
So
Sure,
ignorant back in middle school. I heard about it. I was like, oh, Star David, this shit's cool, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But no, it's just because it had the same name as me. And
Exactly.
then you and again, it's the same thing. Like you said, we had another discussion before with somebody else, but it's like it's even deeper. But it's like, how real is the Holocaust? Like, it's real.
Shit.
No,
oh,
it's
you want to
real.
go into that?
It's real, right?
They said
people that
they said
died
6
are
million,
real.
but nah, bro, it wasn't even that, bro. It was even okay. The chambers itself, the gas chambers, they open from the inside. Were they even real? I mean, they built a chimney afterwards, after it happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
The claim that the Star of David is a satanic or what is that? Occult symbol, often referred to as the seal of Solomon, used for demon summoning, is a baseless conspiracy theory with no
Well, okay.
foundation in historical or
This
religious.
sounds- where'd you
scholarship.
pull this from?
This
Google?
sounds like some Israel person.
Hey, where'd you put this shit?
on
Where'd you look it up on Google?
This is on Wikipedia or something.
Hey,
man?
who's the owner of Google? Who created Google? He's Jewish.
Hey,
of course.
No, isn't the creator of Wikipedia the same thing? Somebody that's a Jewish descent. It's
that
the
too.
same
That
thing.
too.
They want to be able to control the narrative.
Go to no. ChatGPT is owned by the Jewish as well.
Yes, it's like
Go
you can't even look up no search engine without
Hey,
their narrative getting pushed.
put a VPN somewhere and see if, and look up the news somewhere in like fucking Philippines or some shit, bro.
Look, they call it the Onion.
Okay, go to the Onion. Fuck it. Yeah, let's get a virus right now.
Man.
Fuck no.
No, hey, but you know what? No, the Onion is not necessarily the actual portal into the dark web.
No.
It is.
Oh,
but
we're talking about Tor.
It's like the tip.
a Tor Onion. Is that what you're talking about?
No. The Onion is the satire website, but Tor is
Fuck it. Go
something
into
completely else.
Tor, bro. Go into
Go a little bit deeper.
Let me get that laptop, maybe.
Fuck yeah, bro. Hey, if you got a VPN, dude, I got a. Hey, by the way,
Yeah,
if you guys don't have
that's the main hard
VPNs, get Nord VPN. 100%, bro. Hey, it
We're
works,
not even
dude.
sponsored by Nord. Here he goes with the
no,
plug
put a little
in.
sponsorship right there, man. Straight up.
Nord at the bottom.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey, if you ever want to gamble and this obviously the state here in Texas, they won't allow you. You can go on RainBet. It's sponsored by RainBet. And you could, dude,
Yeah.
you can place all kinds of bets, man.
Let's do a blackjack on Rainbet.
Oh, that'd be cool. Shit, we could pull that.
blackjack on
Yeah,
RainBet.
like, hey, man, y'all want
Mid
to?
show,
Yeah.
live right before we start.
But I read something about the Star of David. That it was completely against of like what it actually means. A lot of people say it's
Okay.
that it's.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
Well,
read
Let me
it.
just zoom in.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I just go all the way to I can so I know where I need to read up to. The 6-pointed star, the shield of David, the Megan David that appears on the Israel flag does not have a inherently Jewish meaning, but is actually introduced into the Jewish community in Prague during the 17th during the 17th century. Like the cross of Christian, damn, I can't even see that part. Christianism, the what is that? So-called Star of David has its origins. I'm
Origins.
out of this right
Go
now.
ahead, you read it. You
Origins.
read it.
That's right.
No, you read it.
I
You read
got
it.
all lost because I kept seeing the
Rod,
blue
you read it.
pop
I
up.
can
I was
barely
like,
see
damn,
shit
this
there.
shit keeps going.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry, guys. We're gonna move the TV around.
I got
so
a
we
left
can see
retarded
better.
eye.
We got for real.
All right. This.
So right there where it says
Okay,
in
all right,
the-
right.
in
I
their,
got you. I got
prohibition.
you. I got you. The 6-pointed star, the shield of David, or the Magen David, appears on the Israeli flag, does not inherently have a Jewish meaning, but was actually introduced to the Jewish community in Prague during the 17th century, like the cross of Christendom.
Yes.
So-called the Star of David has its origins in ancient Egyptian and Babylonian paganism. In the prohibition of Deuteronomy 4:7, worship of the stars and heavenly constellations considered a form of idolatry. The hexagram was always associated with an occult magic practices in Zoroastrian and Druid religion. Some Orthodox Jewish religions vehemently reject the Magen David as a symbol, claiming that it has infiltrated the Judaism and from occultist practices, notably through the 13th century Kabbalah. The 6-pointed star has served as a crest for the Jewish Rothschild family, which is influenced by the Zionist movement to accept the Star of David as the chief symbol of Judaism. Sadly, though, the six-sided hexagon, a tools, witches, of mediums would not walk with God. All right, cool.
It says it will not guide one to walk with
type
God.
shit.
Yeah.
Which, it's just basically a symbol of Satanism, literally.
Yeah, anything against that. I mean, you're worshiping something else, right? But yeah, I mean that's kind of just to think about that. Okay, that's their symbol. You see it everywhere. It's even on their it's on their flag. So again, the reason why Google probably didn't pull that up is because it's ran by a Jewish community. It makes sense. All right. Let's let's move.
But it goes back to, like we said, the manipulation, gaslighting. We don't want you. We know that y'all know what we're doing, but we just want to keep telling you we're not. Literally,
that's why you gotta go. That's why you gotta go Catholicism, man. You gotta go Catholic on this one.
But it's like we were saying too. It's like when with them doing this campaign into these Christian churches, it really makes you second guess how much of what I grew up believing of the church is even really real. Like, because now
you're starting going into questioning. Okay,
no, because I'm already questioning. Like I said, like, how are you gonna tell me? How are y'all gonna start this campaign to push a narrative on the churches? Yeah. And how do I not know you didn't do this 200 or 300 years ago? Well, pushing a specific narrative.
Here's my take to anyone that's Christian, man. If you start hearing anything about Israel at your churches, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get out of that church. Get out of that church.
Get the fuck out.
That's the church you don't want to be in.
Yeah, because man, now they're starting to push a belief on you. And look, man, I know a lot of people that are gonna be like, well, shit, you know, they believe in that old covenant, Old Testament shit, and it's like, dude, no, like, you know, he was crucified because they didn't believe in him. Mm-hmm. And now those who are saved are the ones who believe in him, right? So it's no longer the Jewish people. And there's all kinds of facts over that. But what I'm saying is, you know, especially now, a lot of people are chasing tradition. So you go to these Protestant churches, and what are they already pushing? You know, I read an article again, I did some research, but there's churches up north where they're starting to like wave rainbow flags in the churches. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, okay, you're going away from something. And this is my biggest thing with, I'm not questioning Christianity, and whoever is Christian, good for you, man. If you're an Orthodox, great. But those who are Protestant, it's like, they believe in once saved, always saved, right? So you get saved one time, and it's like, you're saved for the rest of your life. So if you murder somebody or if you fuck up somewhere, so you're still saved, like, how does that even work, right? No. And that's why it's like, okay, you know, that's why I believe in Catholicism, because you have to stand for certain things where it's like you're led through faith and by action. Now, if you don't follow what you say you're going to do and what you're supposed to do, then you're holding yourself back from reaching the gates of heaven, right? So that's why confessions is such a big deal, because you have to go and try to ask for forgiveness, right? And a lot of Christians say, well, you guys worship Virgin Mary and all these angels and all these saints and this and that. We don't worship them. We honor them. We ask them to pray for us, just like you would ask a friend to pray for you, right? But we do worship one God, and it's Jesus Christ and God, right? So anyway, man, look, you know, again, we're let's go back into
number 4.
I want to see. Let's go ahead and. Do you want to go ahead and talk about the budgeting and their plans of how they're going to do that?
Let's go into that. Actually, let's go straight into that.
Well, so I can do read number 4, which kind of goes into that one real quick.
Right.
So the campaign overview and the scope. The following describes the multi-channel campaign combining faith narratives and digital targeting. Its mission statement: implementing a multi-channel digital and experimental campaign leveraging faith-based narratives to reinforce solidarity with the state of Israel. This initiative, according to I don't know what the hell it is. Registrant would be the largest Christian church geofencing campaign ever executed in United States. So I'm saying that's like they're going to the absolute limits to really push the narrative. Please believe pro-Israel. Be pro-Israel.
It's like, how do you not make it so much more obvious?
Yeah,
right?
Like super obvious.
It's like pushing all kinds of ideas, man. Like, you know, it's like the whole thing right now with like the whole LGBT shit. Like, I forget the other last 3 letters.
LBGTQ.
All that gay shit. Look, man, what I'm saying, it's like, bro, like you're shoving it down people's throats. That whole progressive system of the Democratic side is like, you know, they go away from tradition. And that's why you have a lot of conservatives who are like, man, we want tradition. Like that, we don't believe in that shit.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have the left wing trying to push that idea onto other people. And this is the same thing that's happening here. It's like you sway emotion by different ways. And it's like, and again, going to geofencing, the more somebody sees an update while they're in church, oh shit, yeah, you know, oh wow, Israel. Oh yeah, no, I'm with Israel on this one. It's easily to sway.
Yeah.
So you're pushing propaganda, you're pushing an idea, and you're forcing people to believe in what you believe in, right?
It's like you said, it's easy to believe if you're going to move by faith, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that was Charlie Kirk's main thing is like, you can't start bringing politics into our religion because they're made to be separate anyways.
Yeah.
Like what you believe in by faith is not what you're going to believe in by what your political view is. It's always going to be, majority of the time is going to be different. But they're trying to tie it all in where it's like, well, if you're Christian, then you're going to be pro-Israel. And if you're not Christian, or if you're not pro-Israel, then you're not Christian at all.
Yeah,
right? So
true.
that's what it's going to come down to. And you're going to say, oh, you're not going to call me Christian because I don't want to be pro-Israel. Then it's like, okay, then I don't want to be Christian.
Yeah,
At that
exactly.
point, it's just like, what's the point of even being Christian? Then it makes you really second guess all the beliefs you grew up thinking of being pro-Christian. You're like, well, I can't even be pro-Christian because now you're saying, if I don't believe in you guys, then my faith is compromised.
Yeah, straight up.
You're making me second guess all the things that I believed in.
Exactly.
Not me specifically, because I don't really believe in religion like that. But for all these people that are, Christians and Catholics and whatnot, it's really making them second guess. What are my beliefs? What are these foundations that I grew up on? It's how.
Well, I think to your point though, if you're true to following God, like I think nothing will sway you into anything. But there are people who are very confused in those kind of ways, right? Now let's go into so we're gonna.
Hey, are you able to open up the PDF on your laptop? I'm on page 12 if you don't already have it open, but I'll go ahead and read item number 5 on this.
So what I was gonna do is I was gonna tie item number 5 into item number 8 and describing where that amount of
where the
funding is going to go towards based off of number 5.
Gotcha. Okay. I got it pulled up on the computer if you want to go through it too.
Well, I can barely read shit over there. I got a retarded left eye. So let's.
All right.
Okay, so go for it. Like, if you want to read the first one.
Which is the baby blue?
Which one is it? Is it
right
digital
there.
media?
So according to this registration unit, it breaks apart the cost of most of what they're going to spend their money on.
Hey, can you zoom that in a little bit more?
Yeah, I gotcha.
A tad bit more.
I gotcha.
Right there, yeah, that's better. Way better. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Let me see. We'll do it like that. All right. So Greystone HR, grassroots staff, equipment budget, targeted media budget. That's the most important thing right there. Because I mean, aside from the grassroots staff, they're paying people to actually be boots on the ground on this. The targeted media, the specialist purchasing budget, which I mean, that can honestly be used for anything. They're spending about $3.2 million on this thing, which is exact. It's crazy to think that this is how much they want to spend on pushing this agenda. And the crazy thing about it, though, is that if you read it, how they want to target Southern California first and the rural parts of California, they're probably doing it because they know they can get away with it with Gavin Newsom in office.
Well, because they're all liberals out there, right? So you have a lot of the Democratic side on this side. Mm-hmm. Of course, they're easily swayed.
I was going to say who you
things.
can compromise. You're going to go after who you can compromise the most
100%.
of. Once you get majority of them, at that point, you're just outnumbering everybody else that doesn't believe in you.
Exactly.
So, man, it's crazy to think because like when you go down this list, the Riverside headquarters, somebody's getting paid $150,000 to manage 3 teams, 6 states, coordinating with the marketing digital team of the Israeli consulate. Whoever the hell Chad is, I don't know, man. That's crazy.
How crazy would it be if we could have somebody corrupt this corruption of this campaign, and instead of pushing all pro-Israel,
I know a guy.
They push the opposite of pro-Israel.
He's our IT director. I know a guy that he's in our company. He's good at those kind of things.
Yeah, it would be crazy if they did that.
But Roger, what I'm gonna read real quick is I'm going to go through the spending and then I'm gonna tie it to number 5.
All right, go ahead.
So digital media and ads, they're going to spend 2.4 million on geofencing, content distribution, data analytics, Analytics, my bad.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties into geofencing church properties and Christian events to identify, track mobile devices within those zones. Retargeting these audiences with pro-Israel messaging after they leave the area.
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say. Now they're really putting so much money into, like you just said, as soon as you finish church, it's like pro-Israel.
Oh, let's do it one more time.
Be pro-Israel.
Let's throw that last one, which is that mobile exhibit and staffing, which is $750,000. Tour vehicle installation crew costs.
See, like tour.
Actually,
vehicle?
that kind of ties into my line of work
right there.
Yeah. Hey, that actually kind of ties into my line of work. I need to talk to this fucking guy and see if he needs staffing. All right, so all right,
he might need some staffing. He might need some staffing with this big ass campaign.
So retargeting these recruiting pastors, Christian influencers, and media outlets for message amplification, right? Mm-hmm. So I got 2 points to this one because the influencer and pastoral partnerships is 500,000. So faith collaborations. So I don't know if you guys been seeing, but obviously now with the pastors, they're going to be pushing that pro-Israel sermons, right? In like mid, they're going to drop it in their mid. Is that even called mass in Christian churches?
Think it is
I guess.
Yeah. Sermon.
You come to mass.
Sermon.
Mass.
But is it mass in Christian too? I don't know if that's
no. I mean, mass is a synonym to sermon. In the middle of the sermon,
You know what
they're probably gonna do? They're probably gonna go ahead and drop that right after they pass the little tithe and offering.
They'll drop it one time at the beginning, one time in the middle, and at the very end.
And then as soon as you get to your car, pro-Israel. They're like 4 different ones throughout the whole damn day.
So a lot of these influencers, man, like Ben Shapiro and all these fucking guys, right, who are pro-Israel, dude. You know how much they're getting paid per video? $7,000.
$7,000.
Wait, say that again?
To push that $7,000. To push the word of pro-Israel, anything that has to be related to that, $7,000. I don't know if it's one video or if it's a certain amount of videos that they'll get paid $7,000.
You think they'll do, the opposite if we do anti-pro-Israel?
No, absolutely fucking not. They won't. Nah, but that's some shit I read today.
Ben Shapiro's about to make a fucking killing then because all he
does
already
is.
all he does
He
already is because he's
Rabbi Shmuley. That fucking guy, dude. He gets on with Pierce Morgan. And this dude is all about all kinds of shit, dude. And then you come and find out, you do a little digging. He's got a store called Kosher Sex, where it's like adult toys, penetration kind of shit, and like all kinds of shit, bro. And he runs that store. I think his daughter runs it. And he's so like, but that tells you so much.
That's kind of weird, bro.
You know what I mean?
You would like that. So it kind of, man, if you really look at it, the way I see it, I was talking to somebody. This is an inside conversation I had with somebody. It really seems like to me that from these European countries, I don't want to say all of them, but a good amount of them are really into pedophilia.
Oh,
like to me, it really seems like these other countries are completely fine with that. Yeah. Like you underage, where you do anything you want to do. But in America is the only place to me it seems like it's frowned upon. Because all these other countries, it's like not too big of a deal.
Yeah.
Kidnapping, people missing. It's normal over there.
Look, it's right there. So, I went ahead and pulled it up.
There it is.
Oh.
Kosher Sex. Store in Tel Aviv, run by Rabbi's daughter, sells spice for marriages. I think it's a little bit more than marriages, but yeah. I mean, look, dude, you have a guy who comes on to fucking national television talking about all these beliefs and all this and that, bro. And look at the shit that he's pushing, dude.
And your daughter's selling that. How does your daughter get into that? Like
he wrote a book called Kosher Sex, and that's why the store was called Kosher Sex.
That makes sense, but like
back in the 90s, I think that's what it was.
It's just like there has to be. That's what I'm saying. It's just
it's all pollution. It's all brain rot, bro. That's what it is. And
Kosher Sex.
And what way to continue to control a society through lust, right?
Yeah, through lust. One of men's main downfalls
through kosher sex.
Through kosher sex. That's right.
Bland ass kosher sex.
All right. Hey, look, moving on to the next one. So producing short form and long form videos aligned with biblical and national security themes. They're spending $250,000 on that. video creation, graphics, post-production. So again, you're gonna start seeing a lot of this shit on YouTube. Obviously, who the owner or the creator of YouTube is Jewish as well. Of course, why wouldn't he allow it? And so, you know, you have all this shit going on, but then you have project management and reporting, 200,000 on that, which is administrative fees, compliance, and reporting. And that ties into launching a touring exhibit titled the October 7th Experience to visit mega churches and Christian universities. So it's not even just churches. It's also universities like TCU, for example. I saw it on the list. I saw on the list. TCU is going to be targeted.
They got to be. It's Texas Christian University. It's in their damn name. It's in their damn name, man.
Bro, that's some crazy shit. So the October 7th Experience. What the fuck? Like, what? You got
10-7 experience. Like, it just...
When Palestine came in and you know what I'm saying, attacked Israel. Wow. Honestly, you ain't going to talk about all the shit you did in Palestine, man.
You know what all this sounds like? It sounds like Israel is taking a book straight out of Charlie Kirk's playbook. What was he known for? Going around to colleges and places and just trying to talk to them about everything, right? So what are they doing? Campaigning, going to churches and colleges now, doing the same exact thing that Charlie's doing before he got assassinated. And what did Ben Shapiro say? Is the day after, the next day after he got assassinated, he goes, "We're gonna take that bloody stained mic and we're gonna keep the thing running." So now what they took Turning Point and turned Turning Point again and made it now pro-Israel. The whole thing.
Oh, dude.
And even then, it sucks because you can see all the evidence coming out now. Like they said, there's people already in his company, Turning Point, that were pro-Israel, and they wanted to stay pro-Israel. So now when Charlie Kirk gone, they're like, let's make Turning Point all pro-Israel.
Well, his wife actually became now like the one running it, right? And you know, I mean, look, what do you believe in, what you don't like. I don't think she has the wrong intentions, but now again, you're starting to question a little bit of things, right? Because the way she's going about things, like especially now with all these interviews and all that, it's like, you know, I've never seen, like, if my wife, you know, was to get on the podium, like she looks, for her to look super happy like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I seen a thing. I mean, obviously it's conspiracy. I don't know. I seen
it's all conspiracy shit.
I seen a thing that said that she was almost like a plant for him. Like they planted her there and let the situation evolve, and then boom, they get married and whatnot. And now she's running it. And again, it goes like you were saying. I don't feel too confident with her running it because she's not necessarily running the company behind the right merits, if that makes sense. Like she's not really running the company to say, hey, let me keep his message alive and let me try to do him justice by finding out if what they said is the truth about his death is the truth. Like as a husband, if my wife died, then I mean I'm not a husband, but if I was a husband, I would want to figure out what happened to my husband, my wife, right? Like you know what I'm talking about. So like for instance, like Candace Owens said that same thing. She goes,
"Hey, check your phone real quick."
Oh, it's over there, charger.
Oh, okay.
But it's like nice. Candace Owens said too. She was like, Candace, he was one of my best friends, so of course I want to figure out what I can figure out to, you know, let everybody know who's this real.
Candace Owens is hot, dude.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she's real cute, bro.
Candace Owens is
but wait, with her, but I don't know.
Yo, David, what? You're like Forrest Gump with the chocolate.
Exactly, bro. Hell yeah.
Hey, I do like some chocolate.
Willy Wonka.
Candace Owens is where it's at. I've been watching a lot of Candace Owens lately.
Something about like light brown. Oh, what? Yeah. Anyway,
can't get away from that.
I don't know how we started talking about
Willy
that.
Wonka. Willy Wonka. Hey, pro Candace Owens over here.
Yeah, facts. Okay, but
They're
look,
not
man.
like us.
You know, a lot of this shit, man, like, we can go down the list, but we already know exactly what they're just that whole breakdown will tell you everything.
Do you want me to go ahead and go straight to the PDF for them?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Let me see. All right. So, I mean, obviously, we've already kind of talked about this, but look, there's a whole PDF file right here, essentially talking about their goals and stuff like that. That's probably the pamphlet that they're going to be passing out.
So basically, with all this BS going on, to counteract this, we should do what everybody was doing to Elon. Let's start burning up their churches and their campaign.
No, man, we gonna be fucking burning their churches. No, crazy.
Obviously, I'm not talking about burning churches, but let's burn the pro-Israel campaign buses, people along those buses, all the pastors. Obviously, I'm not saying let's go commit crime, but this is me being sarcastic with it. But it's literally like that's the only way to combat all this. How are you gonna stop them from doing it?
No, you just need a lot of people in the world like Nick Fuentes. You need a lot of Myron Gaines in the world. You
Candace
need a lot
Owens,
you need Carlson, Andrew Tate, those fucking guys. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Alex Jones.
Hella, hey, straight out of Dallas, baby.
Straight up, man.
That's what we need, and that's what's crazy. Real quick, I know we shouldn't talk about it, but Alex Jones said in I believe March of 2001. That there was going to be an attack on the Twin Towers.
Well, they knew that.
Fast
right?
forward.
Let's actually go into that.
It happens.
Let's go into that, Roger.
Because that actually ties back into the Israel people.
Oh, 100%.
Directly into the 100%. Israel people.
You have the owner of the Twin Towers who pulled a $3 trillion policy on the World Trade Center over terrorism 3 weeks before it actually happened, and that motherfucker's been in that tower for every single day for a past year, and the one day that he wasn't there is when it happens. You know, again, man, like you can tie all these things into his name is forgot his fucking name, but he knew what was going on. Everyone knows what was going on, and then you have World Trade Center, the seventh building that looked like a complete demolition project. But all three of them did, but it came down because of debris.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And then
everyone was evacuated.
I seen the thing about that too. They said that there was, I think it was either 3 to 5 government entities inside Building 7, and it was like the CIA files, a bunch of what is it called? Higher up in the government, their agencies were in that building, Building 7. All the files were in there. Which is almost what they wanted to do. They wanted that building to go down, and all the evidence of anything just goes away.
Well, there's a lot of things, right, man? Like, before all this happened, a year before, Saudi Arabia actually knew who these guys were coming from. I forgot the country was, but they came from some Middle Eastern country, and they went into LA. They were there for a year, stationed in San Diego, at a hotel. And then they got their pilot license to train how to like fly these planes.
Oh, and then they said that one dude was horrible at flying
and then the thing is, this intel got over to the CIA, but it never got to the FBI.
That doesn't make sense.
And so the CIA kind of hid these reports and documents, and it's almost like, how did it not go to the FBI? And for them to do an investigation. But then they got the documents like a week before it actually happened. And still, like, bro, what? It's so crazy. So anyway, I mean, there's a lot of shit that we can dive deep into, but you can see what's actually happening in the world right now. Like, one thing that I was going to bring up today.
This is what I do know for sure. Yeah. Because they have the evidence behind it. They don't want to like put this out. Obviously, it's the U.S. government. They said there was a bunch of call options on the stock market of the airlines, of all the other companies that were involved in what was going to happen on 9/11. Yeah. Days before, like 2 days before, a day before, 3 days before, all these different call options were going against all the things that were about to happen. And it's like, they said one of these people was an inside billionaire inside the United States that put in one of these call options. And the government obviously is not going to release who that was.
Of course
they don't. But that's the thing is how do whoever these people are, that lets you know that this has been planning and plotting for a while for this amount of other people to start knowing what's about to happen. How does Alex Jones know 6 months before it happens? How do these other people know before it happens? Because they're planning this whole thing out, and they're just not good at keeping their mouth shut about who's doing the whole thing.
Well, check this out, man. There's a meme I ran into this week, and it makes perfect sense, right? And it kind of ties into this whole thing. But it says how to become a billionaire, right? Take out $1 million loan, short the company you work at, create a scandal at work, leak the scandal data, company flops, take profit. So it's kind of the same shit, right? Like you see the fucking meme here. But
show it to the camera.
So yeah, I don't know if I can.
The face.
So,
That's what makes it funny, bro.
Yeah, facts, bro. You
But
pull
it's
out a
true,
low,
though. It's
but
true,
the same
though.
shit, right? So anyway, I want to tie this into real quick in what's going on. I don't know if you guys heard, but ChatGPT is taking a big turn on how they're going to go about their software and the app, right? And the website. So Sam Altman, and I will tell you guys about Sam Altman in a second, but he put out a tweet or an X post that said, we made ChatGPT pretty restrictive to make sure we were being careful with mental health issues. We realized this made it less useful, enjoyable to many users who had no mental health problems, but given the seriousness of the issue, we wanted to get this right. Now that we have been able to mitigate the serious mental health issues and have new tools, we are going to be able to safely relax the restrictions in most cases. In a few weeks, which is December, they already put it out, we plan to put out a new version of ChatGPT that allows people to have a personality that behaves more like what people liked about 4.0. If you want your ChatGPT to respond in a very human-like way, or use a ton of emoji, or act like a friend, ChatGPT should do it, but only if you want it, not because we are usage maxing. In December, as we roll out age gating more fully and as part of our treat adult users like adults principle, we will allow even more like Project Erotica for verified adults. So what that means is that, and let me tell you a little bit before I go into this, but Sam Altman, who is the co-founder of OpenAI and the creator of ChatGPT, is, if you can guess where he comes from, his family.
Fucking Jewish.
He's Jewish. And so basically Project Erotica is going to allow you to customize the voice of your ChatGPT responsive, or where the fuck you want to call it, avatar, or whatever. It could be a woman, it could be a man, and basically giving you the access to have full-on adult conversations with the avatar. And if you're going into bed late at night and you're feeling lonely, homeboy or homegirl on the other side is going to be able to get you to the other side. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's some crazy shit. Because it's almost saying, back in 2015, 2016, I remember everyone was talking about AI. It was like AI is going to cure cancer. What the fuck has it cured? Now Nothing. It's curing what?
It's literally curing nothing. It's curing nothing.
Sexual desires of just having conversation with a fucking
to me,
robot?
It sounds like another version of them just trying to put their foot in the porn market. In a sense, it's literally that. Because now, instead of you just going to watch porn, you'll just talk to OpenAI about it and say, hey, send me this, talk to me like that.
No, you know what I find interesting about that is that most women, they get off on reading erotica, so they're trying to capture the women in that sense.
I see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. But also,
with
too, of course, but also, too, like, if you think about it, this is the same software that they're going to be putting inside those real dolls. That are like those life-size dolls.
I was thinking, don't be surprised if that guy tries to collide with Elon Musk, because he's the main one creating all these human robots.
Well, not only that, exactly. But then think about it, right? If you kind of put into perspective, I read a little more into the post of the people that commented under that tweet. It's like, so you can have like a corn flick up on the screen and then have ChatGPT like basically have you narrate the whole fucking thing. And it's like, yo, what? Like, not only does, for those of you, man, who struggle with corn and masturbation, all kinds of shit, man, like, not only does it bring down your testosterone levels, but it also does increase estrogen. And what does that do? Makes you more emotional as a man, makes you less masculine as a man. And it makes sense as to why they're pushing this, because what's the biggest threat to a government?
Femininity.
No, masculinity.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
The biggest threat.
I'm the opposite.
The biggest threat is masculinity, because you can't sway logic, but you can sway emotion.
Yeah.
You can sway emotion,
and so what's compromising?
Why wouldn't it wouldn't make sense? Of course, because when it comes to election time, and you need certain emotions to be swayed one way, then there you go, right? You build a society of a bunch of pussies and bitches, bro. Like, of course, it just makes sense for them to elect the other way around, right? The progressive
what kind of put a little bit of faith into the whole America for me is where we did not allow Kamala to become president, because that would have pushed more of the narrative of
what if
empowerment.
What if what do you think it would be like if Kamala would have
If she would have, we're going to war for sure. Like, I mean, we're already in it, but like, it would have been full fledged.
I think the Iranian deal, I think that might have taken a little bit more than what it actually became. But yeah, man, hell yeah, no, straight up, dude. And that's really the agenda, right?
I feel like maybe we say that, but then again, we don't know all the stuff behind closed doors, because to me, it just doesn't make sense why Trump is still so pro-Israel. To me, that's another conspiracy. It just doesn't make sense to me why he's so pro-Israel.
There's a video that was put out where like Netanyahu is saying like, oh, we are controlling the U.S. And he's saying that publicly in other countries in the Middle East, and it's like, damn, like this, the Trump from, what was it, 2016. I don't think he would allow the kind of shit that's going on right now.
You're right. I even seen a clip that it was, I guess, like a phone interview he did in 2001. And he was like, this whole thing that they're telling us did the 9/11 and whatnot, that doesn't make sense to me. He goes, how does a plane crash through the building and it goes down? He goes, steel is so much stronger than what it took to take that building down. Yeah. How does that plane destroy that building? It doesn't make sense. This was a phone interview he did in 2001. So again, that's letting you know Trump knows, hey, all this looks fake. And at that time, he's a businessman. And then you're talking about 15 years later, he's like, I want to become president. To me, it makes me feel like...
This is probably the biggest question. Do you think he's being controlled right now? Do you
Hell yeah. Trump is for sure controlled by Israel. Like, guarantee it. And to me, it always comes back to the main thing that nobody wants to keep talking about because they want to keep pushing it under the rug. The Epstein files. Who the hell is in those Epstein files for y'all to keep saying, Epstein files, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Trump keeps saying, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why do we keep talking about it? Of course, that's what you say when you want somebody to sweep it under the rug. Yeah. If you cheat on your girl, what do you want to do? Not talk about cheating. You just want to talk about what led to the cheating, right? So you don't ever want to talk about what you did. You just want to talk about why you did it. So that's Trump. Let's not talk about the Epstein files. Let's talk about everything else besides why we need to talk about the Epstein files. Why? Because he's in those Epstein files. Why?
Oh, yeah, that's been verified.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So Ben Netanyahu is over here saying, hey, you don't want us to release this, do you? That's and he's like, nah, I don't want you to release that. That's going to compromise me, my family, everybody that's associated with me, anybody that was worked with me. It's just like, I can't do that. But if he did that, right, say Israel released the files somehow, and we found out Trump's in it, all we know from that point moving forward is screw Israel and screw Trump, America first. Because now it's like, we don't want a pedophile as our president, and we appreciate y'all for giving us information, Israel, that y'all set all this up through the Epstein files. Yeah. And it's already kept coming out that Epstein was a triple informant.
Oh, yeah.
When you got somebody that's a triple informant, that means he's got dirt on everybody. That is the reason why nobody wants to do this or nobody wants to do that. Trump is for sure compromised. For sure he is compromised.
I think it's a lot more people in that too.
No, man. For sure. Even Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh. I wouldn't even be surprised if George Bush was a part of that whole thing. Him and his dad. It would not surprise me whatsoever. Maybe not his dad, but his son for sure. Like, guarantee it.
Yeah.
Even Greg Abbott. I'm just all right, that was a joke. He can't be in it because he's obviously, taking away the what is it called, the rainbow lines over there in Oakland and saying screw all that.
They're about to remove all that shit.
Exactly, they're already starting it. That's what I'm saying. Good for them. I liked it because it was like, hey, that's y'all's little area, but it's like, hey, we're in Texas, man. If Greg Abbott don't believe in it. To an extent. A lot of the stuff he does, I don't really believe in it either. Yeah. But I'm okay with this one. It's not that big of a deal. We're just taking rainbow lines off of a freaking concrete paved way.
This one's fair, bro. I don't look, man. Honestly, this is the one I actually follow. Is like, get rid of all that pollution shit. Like, bro, what? Like, here's my take I'm gonna talk my shit.
Yeah,
No, hear me out. So,
hey, we're kind of everywhere right now. Hey, but we're gonna get everything organized. Just give us some more time. We got everything lined up.
Hey, you know what? And honestly, though,
I like it to be organic like this.
Whoever is watching, man, if you guys like this kind of shit, let us know, man, because let us know in the comments. This will motivate us to continue doing this kind of shit. Honestly, like if you guys enjoyed the whole like having girls here, we'll still do that. But to me, it was becoming very repetitive. It was debating with a bunch of bimbos, bunch of idiots.
I like you say that. I don't want to cut you off, but I'm sorry to. But I like that you say that because I like the narrative of let's still do that.
Yeah.
But ask them their point when it comes to politics. Because it would just reinforce our thought again where it's like, majority of these women we would bring on don't know shit about politics. We bring them on and then we say, why do you not like Trump and why do you choose Kamala over Trump? Oh, just because Trump's this, Trump's that. It's the emotions.
Exactly.
It's the emotions behind it.
It's not to say that every girl we had on were idiots, but most of them were.
Yeah,
let's be real. 100%. So it became so repetitive for me that I was like, yo, like, damn, let's shift away from
losing
this, man.
brain cells. Trying to explain logic to you. Logic is logic.
Yeah.
2 + 2 is 4. Right? To an extent, unless you're talking
How many
to that
genders are there? Male and female.
Well, what about binary?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, okay, you want to go about, there's 20, 30 different genders and how you identify yourself. Well, shit, if I was to go to some grocery store and there's a trans cashier person, or here's and she's like, it's $50. I say, well, here's a 5. My 5 identifies as a 50. Does that work?
Just put a 0 in the hell no. Logic says that's a $5 bill.
Hey, well, shit, man. I mean, it identifies as a 50.
Well, so that would be a good example if you had a tranny.
So dumb, bro. Like straight cashier. Up. Like, hey, look up fucking gender dysphoria. It's so stupid.
My 5 is a 50. Like you think you're a woman.
Dumb, bro. It's stupid. Like that's what the world's coming into, man.
That's what they want. They want They want that narrative of the LGBTQ and all that, so that, like you said, it's easily brainwashable. Yeah, we can corrupt them as much as we want because they're going to keep pushing the progressiveness, and they will think that everything we're doing with Israel is all progressionists, and it's really not, though. It's literally just keep controlling. Let's just keep doing what we need to do to control everybody and everything. That's what really makes me think that Epstein was the big like domino in everything because he would have connected all this shit together.
Yeah.
And they killed him. Well, I mean, I say they, but I'm pretty sure it was the Israel people killed him. Like they said, his brother even talked about. He said my brother Jeffrey Epstein had no thoughts of suicide.
Yeah.
So how does he kill himself inside that cell so soon, so quick?
I want to go ahead and pull up this clip real quick of Tucker Carlson talking about this shit.
Yeah.
On a podcast.
I like Tucker Carlson.
All right.
And Candace Owens.
We throw on the headphones?
Yeah. Well, you might be able to hear it from a distance.
The leader, the secular prime minister of a country, is doing immense
harm. You might want to throw on the headphones.
To Donald Trump's presidency, to the United States, and to the world. Immense harm. This is an unbalanced person whose only real concern is for himself. He's meddling in an extensive way in American politics, in a vicious way, a dishonest way. He's loathed by the entire world. He needs the United States. And yet at the same time, he has this patronizing attitude toward Donald Trump, demeaning Trump to people Trump knows constantly. I can't explain that behavior. It's bizarre. It's self-destructive, but it's also very destructive to the U.S. So I think separating from Bibi immediately, not from Israel, and of course not from Jews, whatever that means, they're not the same thing. They're not even close to the same thing. Tons of Jews hate Bibi, including in Israel. But separating from Bibi immediately, I think, is an essential next move. I have no idea whether that, no one's going to take my advice on it, of course, because I've been so maligned. But objectively, that is absolutely necessary, and very soon, because he is hurting his own country, our country, and the world, period.
But
pulling away from an AIPAC to be more.
He was saying, what was he saying?
Pulling away from Netanyahu because he's hurting the U.S. itself, like demeaning Trump and basically saying like, we have power over the U.S., that kind of shit. Like, and those are things that you can look up. There's videos of people saying like, we spoke to Netanyahu and this is what he's been saying. Like, and it's crazy, man, but it's true.
They've been talking this shit over there.
It's almost
own that motherfucker.
But it's like we're saying, for you to be able to have this much power over Trump, you gotta have some dirt on him for him not to want to let that get out. Like
again, that's the question, man. It's like, why do we? Why do we praise Israel so much? Because it's not what if you're true.
We could easily blow Israel if it's done.
Well, true, but they're not the true Christian religion. Right? Doesn't say that Israel is the chosen. Well, it is the chosen land, but it's not the chosen people.
Mm-hmm.
So what's really holding you to say, let's continue supporting the Jewish community here, right? Because a lot of those, like, I've seen videos of Christians going to Israel, and a lot of these Jews spitting on the floor while they walk. And it's like, bro, like, okay, and they're in this fucking file here, right? Well, maybe not on this one, but on the PDF it says that Israel is the one Middle Eastern country that protects and respects the Christians than anyone else. And it's not true, bro.
Do you remember where in the PDF file they set that so I can pull it up?
Let me see.
Sounds like BS.
I don't know. You'd have to go through it, but it's somewhere in there. I think it's at the top somewhere, man. Like
at the very top?
Somewhere at the beginning of those slides where it's like telling you their purpose or some shit. But I seen it. And it says, oh, yeah, Israel is a one country that protects and all this and that about Christians, man. It's crazy. Oh, look, go down. No. It's somewhere in there.
Messages.
Oh, look.
Right here.
Where is it?
It's probably going to be right here. Significance. Two-state solution. Coexistence.
It's, I don't know. I read it somewhere, but it's in there. I probably should have taken a screenshot of that.
Yeah, it's all good. So, yeah, if anybody wants to get a hold of this, let us know. We'll put it in the description below so you guys can read through it yourselves.
Get through the whole, like, documents, man. You see what it is. But, again, to me, it's crazy how, like, everyone else has to report these kind of things, but AIPAC doesn't. So,
yeah, to me, if I was in one of those Christian churches and I lived in California, I would literally stand up and say, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
straight up in the middle of the church and in the middle of the what is it, summons, the summer? I don't know what you call it. In the middle of the whole
the true
thing.
atheist.
Yeah, I would have not even, man. I would have just been like, yeah, all this shit is BS that y'all keep trying to feed us.
Yeah,
don't listen to these people. This guy's corrupt anyways. They're paying him. If they didn't pay him this amount of money, he's not going to be pro-Israel. Like, be realistic with everybody in the damn church. Like, y'all get the hell out of here.
But that's the thing.
That's what I would do. I would say, screw this.
Here's the thing. A lot of these people don't know about this shit. So once they go into these churches and they hear it, the more you hear something, like human psychology tells you, the more you hear something, the more you're going to start believing it, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, of course, man. It's like, oh, yeah, my church is telling me to do it, or my pastor's telling me to, like, believe in this. Of course I'm going to believe it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look,
it's like leaving
corrupt.
the church.
So this is a picture of the van right there of the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see this, run away.
Like, what's that thing? No, Danny sent it to me. What is that? I forget what they're calling it right now. They're doing that that campaign Turning Point is doing right now. What is that? Where they're bringing like something about damn, I can't even think of it. They're about to run this campaign right now, and it starts like next year. This big ass campaign. It's like it's like the World Series of campaigns that they're starting to do.
You know
I forget what it's called.
Okay, look. So this next slide is going to be the people that they're targeting to push their agenda.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the screen for y'all guys to look.
Oh yeah.
Tim Tebow, of course. This guy, he always preached God
Steph
first.
Curry.
Steph Curry, damn, corrupt. How corrupt can you be?
Yeah.
Who's this guy on the bottom left?
No
That's
idea.
not Chris
But
Hemsworth.
the top right is
Chris
he's
Pratt.
an actor.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Okay.
Yeah, Tim
the
Tebow,
top
Chris
right is
Pratt.
another good actor. Steph Curry. Damn, Steph Curry's going through that shit, and his wife's over
These
here
guys
like,
are
I
all
don't even want to be with you.
Oh shit! I read into that.
Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
Aisha Curry
Oh,
shit, man.
shit.
I seen this thing where Kevin Samuels was talking about. He called it before it even happened. Before he passed away, he was like, "She is so jealous of her husband. She needs to be the main character, and she's upset that all the love is going to him."
Well, she
like
can't-
I seen it the other day when he was at the comedy show, and they're like, "Hey, we got Steph Curry in the house." Everybody around him was clapping.
Yeah.
Aisha's right next to him, just on her phone. checking her phone, and it's
Yeah,
like
it's so
you could have
trash,
just
bro.
been like, yeah,
So
my
trash.
husband right here.
At that point, man, fuck all that, because like she went on these interviews, all these fucking like podcasts, saying that before she got married, she didn't want to get married, she didn't want to have kids,
Career woman,
and then she said that like,
feminism.
oh, you know, after these amount of years, like, you know, I'm it sucks that I'm not like getting hit on, that kind of shit, right? Like she's
Attention.
not getting hit on.
You're a fucking you're married. You're
Yeah,
you're
facts,
attention
nigga.
whore.
Fuck, like that's respect shit.
You
like,
damn attention
respect
whore.
for Steph. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna hit on you, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But
People respect her husband too much to be like, let me holla.
but who was on that panel? It was Will Smith's wife. What's her fucking name again?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jaden. Yeah.
Jada.
Jada.
Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Pinkett Smith.
Jada Smith. There we go.
Jada,
Jay Smith. Jada Smith.
Jada Smith. But they're over there talking shit, and she's on that panel with all these fucking watered down, you
Same
know,
shit.
fucking
All the same
dry
thing,
as the Sahara Desert, talking shit. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
it just
Like,
doesn't make sense. Why couldn't Aisha just do the way Savannah's going? LeBron James's wife, where she's just in the background.
Just be in the background, bro.
My husband is the man. Let me just
You-
chill.
let's be
We
real.
got
Let's be
everyone
real.
we want.
Let's be real. Steph Curry fucking divorces her and is like, you know what? I'm tired of your shit. You do your own thing. You want to blow up by yourself? Go ahead. Do you think she would?
Hell no.
Hell no,
And,
bro.
and again, it's like they said, without Steph's connections, you're not even worth the $50 million they say
Facts.
you're worth.
It's
Take
stupid.
the connections away. You are not shit. You're nothing. You're literally nothing. That's what these women. It's like this. I said Gary Owens was saying that today. He said these girls be saying, "I'm with an NBA player. I'm with a NFL player," and he's like, "Well, you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one with. You ain't the only one with homeboy. You better know you're sharing that man." Because it just doesn't make sense. Like,
I just don't understand these fucking
the
these
corruption
girls, bro.
with these women, their minds.
No
It's-
facts, man. It's like what you want the spotlight. Like what money is not.
The
I guess it's
security,
not-
the
yeah.
security's not enough. The
Exactly.
security's not enough. The money's not enough. You got everything you could want: a house, you got family, you got cars, you got money. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. None of that's enough.
But this is how polluted these fucking girls are.
None of
man.
that's enough for you as a
If you're a
woman?
woman watching this shit, man, look, hey, again, you want to be on that side, you want to be on the side where it's like, man, I'm secure, I'm good, I'm protected, I don't have to worry about a damn thing. But you want to be boss bitch over here, you want to do your own fucking independence, all that shit, go for it. See how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're 30, 35, 40, you don't have kids, you ain't doing none of this shit, you're going to be 52 years old, a lonely woman with cats.
Cats, and you live in a house by yourself. Independent woman, right
Fucking
there.
cats.
Strong, independent
Hell yeah.
woman. You got 9
Strong,
cats,
independent.
your own house,
And
your own
yeah.
car, and
Yep.
you're alone.
And you're going to see your siblings and your old friends who have kids and family.
And they're
you're going to
happy.
be lonely as fuck. That,
And they
hey,
happy, and they
that's
ain't got to
what you
work,
want.
and they chilling. Going on
Facts.
vacations 3 or 4 times a year. Life is easy. But no, you got to worry about paying your own rent on the
That's
first of every
right.
single month.
Because
you want to
hey,
be this strong, independent
youth
woman.
only lasts so long. You know what I'm saying? You could be on OnlyFans right now. You could be a bottle girl. You could be whatever the fuck.
I think
Trying
about it
to
all
make
the
easy
time.
money.
Like, I think about it all the time with these girls that are in the bottle girl industry. I'm just like, how long can you do this? Like, how long is that pretty
up
face
until
to
you
stay?
up until you become 35, you turn
I was
into
gonna
a
say
prune.
like 35 to 20.
Yeah.
Like that's 15 years in the game. That's
Yeah,
like
bro.
a whole career. Like if you're an NFL
You ever
player,
seen an old stripper? Actually, no, I have. Yeah. Hold on, no,
I
I
haven't
Yeah, no,
actually. I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many old.
Ladies and gentlemen, open discussions.
And you know what? No, and you know what?
Hey, but this
And you
all
know
ties
what?
back in.
And you know what? Like,
This all ties
damn,
in.
bro, like you're over 40, still working the pole. It's like, bro, like at one point you gonna fucking tear an ACL.
You go
You
clap
gonna
a
be,
cheek
you know what I'm
and
saying?
tear.
That was gonna happen, bro. Like it's crazy.
You go hop on that stage and tear ACL. You done?
Yeah, man,
Hey, because
fuck.
guess what? It's strip clubs ain't got no insurance,
No, they don't.
and I know you ain't got no damn insurance. You ain't
Yeah.
worried about that.
Exactly.
Hey, so if you are worried about that, you need to come get hired by us, and you gonna get taken care of.
Hey. What I'm
Insurance
saying
and paid
is,
by
man,
hour.
look, all that shit will be fucking done with after maybe you're 19 or like 22. Cool. If you want to experiment, cool. But by 23, man, start having kids, bro. Like you're running out of time. Like you got a time clock here. The older you get, the lower your value drops, right? That's what it is.
No offense, but shout out to Lo. low is 40, right? I believe she's 40, 39.
That's crazy.
I would
She's
like
not
to
40. Is she 40?
Yeah, 39, 40, 38 in that range. I would like to just bring her on and just ask her how does that. I mean, obviously her situation is different because she did the kids and everything early on.
She doesn't look 40
and
though.
she
looks-
flipped it. No,
yeah.
but she flipped it
She
now.
looks
Where
very
it's
young.
like the kids and everything's already out of the way.
Yeah.
So now she's at the point in her life where it's like now I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
That makes sense because now the kids are grown up and she's gone. She's divorced now.
That's the
It's
only
separate.
thing. That's the only thing women are good at is having kids, and
And
probably
taking
making
care
a
of them.
sandwich,
And taking care of them.
and going to the
Nurturing.
kitchen, doing that shit. That's the only thing they're good at. That's why again we got to repeal the 19th Amendment, take away voters' right for women, and we'd be a better society in this country. Let's be real.
I only stand with that because I've even asked women too. I'm like, why do you choose Kamala over Trump?
Oh, because she brought Cardi B on stage.
It's always she brought Cardi B out. I'm going Kamala out.
Yeah, stupid, bro.
But yeah,
So
whenever they give me their answer,
Yeah.
it's always just because of something they don't like Trump about. And I'm like, okay, but what is it about Kamala that's like why you want to vote for her? I don't know. I just don't like Trump. So it's just like that's all emotions right there. That's strictly emotions. Like there's no logic behind that choice that you're about to make that could alter the rest of America.
Yeah, for sure.
because you want to just pick her because she's a woman.
exactly.
Like that doesn't make sense. Like I was talking to somebody else close to me, and they were like, the men voting did not feel confident in Kamala.
Of course not.
Otherwise, she would have been president.
Yeah.
Because way more men vote for the president than women do.
Yeah.
So that's why when they brought Kamala on and they didn't win, they were like, damn, we don't got no influence over here. We're screwed.
Yeah.
We're screwed. Why do you think the Israeli people keep coming to the Republic side to keep trying to push these narratives? Because they know on the Democratic side they
already have
no,
them.
they already have them,
Yeah.
so they have no push. So
course.
it's like if we can get them on the conservative side, a lot of those Democrats will start sliding over to our
Oh, of course,
side.
100%. And a perfect example is the president of Mexico. I know we talked about it earlier,
Mm-hmm.
but perfect example is like it's a lady, it's a woman, right? Dude, what has she done? You know, I read a lot of these articles too, and it's like she's just as corrupt as every other president that came before. Who runs a country? The cartels do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a lot of things that we can go into that. There's a lot of shit that I've been reading. I mean, that's a whole different episode, but it's like you're going to allow a woman to dictate and run your country, and someone who's going to be easily swayed into
Mm-hmm.
emotions and say, okay, yeah, Kamala, she would have been a great president. No, hell no, I don't think so. Even Hillary Clinton, I don't think she was ready for that.
Hell no.
No. So again,
To
man,
me, that was more on the Israel people would want that because they're so much easier to control.
Yeah, yeah.
So especially Bill Clinton was already corrupt.
Oh,
In
but
my-
Bill
from my
Clinton was a
eyes.
dog, though.
He was a dog, but he was also hella corrupt.
Hell yeah,
hella
trying to
corrupt.
get some dome under the desk. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So now that the husband's corrupt, how easy is it going to be to just corrupt his wife, who's already her husband's already on our side?
Yeah.
So how easy would it be? They didn't win that one, right? Trump won that. So
I
again, they
I
still
actually
won
think
that.
the next one's gonna be the next president's gonna be JD Vance. I'm
And
gonna
even
call
then,
it right now.
And even then, I don't feel confident in that.
Let's go on Polymark. What is it called?
Polymarket. Hell yeah.
Let's go on Polymarket. Put in
Place
a bet.
No, what's that?
JD
I
Vance.
think it's called
Call
Coley.
sheet.
Yeah, call sheet.
Kalshi. Put that bet in right now, bro.
Where you can bet
Let
on
that
anything.
shit cook.
I'm gonna
You're
bet if the
getting good
temperatures-
odds right now until it gets closer to the election
In
time.
what, 2 years, 2.5 years? You got a 2.5 year gap right now where
Put that bitch on Polymarket right now.
that's a. I'm pretty sure he will be, and even then, when he goes, it's still corrupt to me. I
Yeah.
even think. I mean, they probably don't got the blackmail on him like they do with Trump, but he's already in that position. It's almost like they said with See, and this is how deep things get. Whenever Kennedy became president, it was partly the mafia in Israel that
look
wanted
at that.
Kennedy to become president.
Look at that. So-
29%
so-
chance. Actually, so that's not a good. That's not a
JD
good
Vance
bet.
is 29% right now. And who's the next one?
You got 23.
Gavin Newsom? Really?
What? From California?
Get the fuck out of here.
The
really?
only way he wins that.
No shit.
The only way he wins that
And
is
you
if
got-
all those churches.
You got
know,
Dwayne
move
Rock
over.
Johnson at 4%.
What the hell?
Well, Trump, the only way he would do that is to somehow win over.
There's no way
For him to do a third term,
That
but-
Trump 3%. If you
But
put
it's not
$100,
impossible.
no, I'm just saying if you put $100 on that,
Hey, put $100 on there, just to see what you make.
That one right there would be.
Can you actually
worth
like
a
see what the
million.
odds will be on that one? Like if you put it, because I think it allows you.
That's got to be the hardest one to even like. I don't even know how that's 3%. Like that's got to be the hardest one because
should
you're
allow
literally going
you-
against the government's constitution with that of only having 2 terms.
I think over here.
Yeah, put in 100. Let's see what it is.
Sheesh.
How much you make?
71. It said 71.
No. That was $100 is 29.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
How much?
That's not 2,900.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good odds.
Hey, 1,025. Wait, put a million. Let me see what a million. What's a million?
$100. Well, it's gonna be 29 million.
No,
But-
it's not. It's only. Oh, is that a billion? Go back.
No.
Was that $1 billion?
$1 million
Yeah.
will get you 20.
Damn, $1 million. You'll turn it into $1 billion if Trump.
Oh yeah,
was to
true. Because 100
somehow-
will. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense.
Damn.
Yeah, 29 billion. Those are some damn good odds. Hey,
That
let's
is some
place
good
it.
odds. Yeah.
Hey, how much for JD Vance though? $100.
$100 or 29%? That's probably only gonna be like
259. No, $290. No.
No, 344.
that's not a lot.
3,000. No, I mean, if you put it in 1,000, I mean,
pretty-
wait, David. if you okay, look, if you bet
Call
1,000,
it right now. Hey, straight up, the odds are great right now.
Triple your money.
The closer it gets to election time, that
Yeah, it's
percentage
gonna
is
get
going to go
worse.
up, and your return on your investment is going to be a lot lower because the odds are not really
All that
in
high.
favor. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you better hop in now.
all right.
Anyway.
what's okay? Before we get off, what's another one you want to look up?
Going to you know what?
Ron Dos Santos, he's on there too. 1%. Donald Trump
No,
Jr.
them
They got
motherfuckers ain't
a
gonna
son
do
in there.
shit. No, hell no.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
They
Go
even
to
got
the
Elon on there
Go to
too.
the Polymarket
They
main
got
page.
Ivanka Trump. Yo, what are we doing with this?
You got a lot of people who
Tucker
put them on there.
Carlson?
What's the
There's no
biggest
way.
topic right now? You have New York City mayor.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
There was one I saw earlier this week. It's like, when is the government shutdown going to be over? And I think that was going to be. Is it?
What
on
are they
there?
all on vacation right now? Just making money?
Well, no, I mean
aren't
just
they
like
just getting paid right now just to just chill?
Let me see. How many days will federal government be shut down for in 2025? What's the odds right now? What are they saying? They're saying 30? No.
How many days? Or
Long,
when are they back?
they think longer than 30 days.
Longer than 30 days. So, yeah, okay. Those odds are shit. But 10 to 29, again, when did it shut down? It shut down like, what, a week, 2 weeks ago?
I think it was like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Something like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But-
crazy.
but
Basically the start of this month.
You know,
But dude,
okay, you know what I was looking at, what I was watching earlier today on PBD. They were talking about how Polymarket. Yeah, they were talking about
saw
Polymarket
it.
and Cauchy, how they are pretty much the new indicators that people are looking
Yeah.
towards because they're pulling away from mainstream media. Now it's all like, okay, what do people really think?
Of course, and it's like, okay, you know, I saw the same podcast, the
Yeah.
same episode, and one guy was saying, well, you'll be able to bet on what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, and it's like, okay, what are my odds of like, oh, it's going to be a hot day? Cool, those odds are going to be high. So there's no really big return on investment there, but if it rains, shit, that's going to be your 10%. You can make some money off of the weather. Like that's how Polymarket and Cauchy is gonna turn into.
Yeah, but see,
And-
even all that's corrupt. Because they make clouds. Bro, straight up facts, bro. They can make that shit rain tomorrow, bro. Like they can make it rain.
Put up-
Everybody puts bets on it to be
Hey,
sunny and it
you ever
rains.
seen the movie Signs?
Yes.
Where when they turn on those, they put on those tinfoil.
The tinfoil hats.
Put up,
Bro, I'm telling you, that
yeah.
shit is real, bro. That you haven't seen they do the train markings around in the sky and shit like that. That's what they're doing.
Nah, it's crazy, man. Look, the way the world is moving, bro. Not only is it corn, what's another thing that's gonna bring you dopamine? Gambling, you know,
sports betting going
all
everywhere.
this shit.
It's literally
Oh,
everywhere.
bro, hell
Rain
yeah.
bet.
Rain bet.
Yeah, all that.
Hey, put in $50
It's all
on rain bet
really,
right now on
It really
blackjack.
is all social media, and man, you really have to understand.
Hey, we should do that,
None
though.
of this is real though.
Hey, real talk. We should do that on the live stream, man. Someday,
Rain bet at the
let's put
beginning,
in like
yeah.
$10 or $20 on a
Yeah.
blackjack hand,
No, we gotta do 100.
and see if we
100
can
to start
flip.
it
See if
off.
we can flip that $20 into 100.
No, we should do
Win
it
a single stream.
Let's do what those people do, where they bet their money, whatever they won the first bet, they just bet it again the next time on whatever.
That-
No, I remember that video. I remember that video
that
you're
would
talking
actually
about
be
where they were
pretty cool.
betting their way to $1
Yeah,
million.
Yeah, the
To me,
twins.
yeah,
Was it the
yeah.
twins you were
It's-
talking
it's
about?
the Asian dudes.
Yeah, the two
Yeah,
twin
yeah.
Asians. Yeah. Hey, they're
Hey.
like, hey, we just need 8 more doubles. Hey, we're there.
All right, man. Well,
Hey, we're
shit.
there. Hey guys, real quick.
go for.
But real guys, if you really want to come on and just like we like to say, talk your shit and come on here and just speak your opinion about politics or give your review, hit us up in the DM. Just come on. We're having good conversations. That's the whole point of this thing, is just to have a conversation, not shoot each other, not kill each other. Literally have a conversation and hope that Israel doesn't come looking for us. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Ariel.
No, yeah.
To call you Israel.
Hey, look, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know today's episode was going to be a little different, but hey, man, I really enjoy these kind of talks. I really do.
Yeah.
Like,
it's way more way less brain cells being
intellectual.
Dead. Yeah,
right?
way more intellectual.
Some of my IQ levels are still intact.
Mm-hmm. You got to exercise them. Before you weren't exercising them, you were like using all your brain.
It's like women exercising their rights fully to that extent. It's like, okay, you want rights, but you're not going to war.
So why have an input?
Yeah, so why
have an input?
Yeah, exactly. Why have input? Anyway, so
that doesn't make sense.
All right, man. Hey, look, thank you guys for tuning in. Straight up, and we'll be on next week. We got special guests next week.
Yep, could be
from the Asian culture. Should be fun.
Asian descent.
Right?
There we go.
Yeah. But go for it. Close it out.
Real quick, shout out to the producer in the back for sure.
Producer.
Need the producer, the Roginator. Shout out to Ariel, and shout out to you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of Open Discussions. Peace.